every day, you get a lot of opportunities. The important thing is when you can track them, when you can identify them, and at what time you just jump in. It is best approach if you jump in right at the beginning of a scenario instead of entering into the middle or into the later half of that trend.
You did an amazing job, like 7 days. And also, the reason we're doing that is to try to maybe give you some tips or advice if you want it and need it, for how to trade on the funded account. And
Yeah, that's wonderful.
perfect. And the second thing is basically to showcase it to other traders. So basically, sort of like an interview to give them the inspiration to reach the goal, and basically tell them that they can do it. When I first started trading, I didn't know that I really can do it, and I didn't have any like friends, traders friends or anything like that showed me the way. So I don't know about yourself, but it was like I'm trying to make it, but I don't know if I can make it. And when they will see that you are a real person that made it, and also made it in 7 days, and that's the first. By the way, you are the fastest one to pass in just 7 days, so that's amazing. Congrats on that. And
Thank you.
as soon as they will see that it's possible, they will give them the push to say, okay, I can do it myself. I'll take those tips from you, from myself, and try to make it. Just tell me a little bit about your trading and how you started, and what made you trade stocks and all of those things.
All right. I think that trading, it is a passion. If someone is having the passion, they can compete the market. But there's no need. I think we must try to overcome the market. If we are just moving along the market, I think there are enough opportunities that one can achieve its goals. So that is the most important thing, that we must move along the market slowly, gradually, with passion and commitment. I think that is most important. All other abilities, all other lessons given by different websites, they are secondary to me. For me, if you have the passion, I think one can overcome each and everything. That's not a problem.
Yeah.
Also, let me appreciate the terms and condition, the procedure, the protocols that you have applied in your tradethepool.com this program, because really I appreciate your daily loss limit, your stop loss limit. That help a lot. I think people, they can learn a lot, because one, you have the limit of 30% loss of the daily limit for one trade, and you also close down the account of a person once the daily limit is attained. So I think that is perfect. That is perfect scenario, and I think there must be some sort of penalty imposed on the traders just to make them disciplined, because I think it's good that you also charge an additional $50 just to realize a trader that if they will cross the line, they will have to bear the loss. So that is a very positive thing. I think being a trader, to get more discipline, one must follow these type of techniques. That I really appreciate. I must appreciate. I think that is a wonderful approach.
So that's great, because we really, when we built this program, we thought about a way of how to connect define, like you said, the extra payment if you want to exceed your daily loss, and the rules that you just mentioned, and all of those things. And I'm super happy to hear that you like it. Some traders told us that they don't want the rules and the limitation, but at the end we see it in the fivers, and we see it also here in Trade the Pool, that limits, when you limit the trader, when you give him a strict rules, he will perform much better comparing to sitting at home by himself and trading his own money and doing whatever he wants, basically.
Yes, let me add. I totally agree with you. The reason I have blown up many of my accounts just because of the reason because I keep on trading without looking at my daily limit loss. So that is most important because once a daily limit loss is approached, one must stop trading. That is a better approach. Otherwise, you must impose some penalty so that if you are retrading, I think you must have in your mind that now you are availing the second chance. So it is better. It is better instead if someone is trading without any break and they blow up their account in a single day. I think that's a very good approach. I really appreciate.
That's good. That's good to hear. And let's talk about this crazy thing that you passed the evaluation phase in 7 days. That's the fastest, like I told you, that's the fastest that anyone
Thank you.
did it. So, first of all, really, it's amazing. Tell me a little bit about this approach and the way you traded those 7 days. Why so fast you passed it? Most traders, it take them at least a month, if not even 2 months. So how
All
did you
right.
do that in 7 days?
I I think I'm still a student of nation. I love to read charts technically. Uh, I don't know what is your opinion, but I don't like fundamentals. I don't like any news. I don't trade on news. I don't trade on fundamentals. I think technical, it is the best analysis that you can make and you can go along the market as it is moving.
So let's talk about like a one golden tip, one golden advice that you have for a trader that wanna start the evaluation phase, that wanna see himself making money as a day trader, as a stock day trader. One good advice.
I think one must be well prepared. One must have pre-open market preparation. That is the most important thing. A single stock is enough if you have read that technicals of that stock properly. I
Mm.
think pre-open market preparation, that is the most important thing one must focus on to complete this challenge. So obviously, if someone is not experienced, it is very difficult to complete this job within 2022. Earlier, I also thought I was also just when I was planning to enter into this program, I also planned and I was thinking that I might have to take 5 or 7 more days for the second month. I was thinking like that. I was planning like that. So I think that I got enough opportunities in different stocks that helped me to complete my level within 5 to 7 days. That also depends on the signals generated by different stocks in the market. Signals are patterns, whatsoever it is. So that are very important. If you get the opportunity, I think we can avail them. We can complete our challenge well before the time. But if you do not get the signals or the patterns in the chart, definitely then you will have to wait.
Yeah. So I don't know if I have a lot of extra advices to give you because you have so much knowledge and so much experience. But definitely, as you said, the thing about patient, just wait for the right setup. And after you prepared yourself and created, the scenarios that you want to trade on, and just wait for it. And if you see it, go all in. If not, wait until you see it. It could be at the same day or a few hours later, or maybe a day later. But as long as you have this patient in you to wait for the right setup, you are already ahead of the curve, and your chances are much higher than anyone else.
Yeah, right. Absolutely right. Michael, frankly speaking, I don't keep any stock in my heart.
Okay.
Wherever, wherever I get the signal, I just jump into that stock. I also worked for I think Metastock, for
Mm.
Nvidia,
Yeah.
for Amazon, for Apple and Tesla. I think fortunately I got some good signals on the daily chart time frame, as well as on low time frames. That is why I mostly traded in Apple and Tesla. But otherwise, I have seen that there were many other opportunities. But since I was not having, I just I just had one account, so that is why I kept on trading these two, Apple and this Tesla. But otherwise, if I would have more accounts, definitely I would also avail other stocks. You will see that. And I'm planning in future, definitely, since this was the account I opened with you people just to understand how things go, how you people tackle your traders. But obviously, I appreciate everything with you people. So now I am confident, and in future, you will see I will open one or two more accounts with you people.
Okay, great. So so it's not a specific symbol, but the one that gives you the signal.
Yes. As I told you, I always prepare myself. I have a pre-open market preparation. If you look at, I sent an email to you people also to give me the most active, most volatile stocks in the market.
Okay.
The reason was pre-open market preparation. I used to have a look at 8 to 10 stocks. I decide which stocks I will focus today, which stocks have some very good signals on the day time frame. So from there, I can start. Meanwhile, during the day, I look at low time frame as well. So wherever I get the opportunity, I just close one stock and I jump into the other stock. So for me, I think stock doesn't matter.
So
Important thing is being a chart technician. Important thing where I could get some good pattern, good signal at a proper support or resistance level. For me, that is most important.
So I have two questions for you, Arshad. One, do you think that in a different market, different type of market environment, do you think that you might be able to pass faster than those 7 days, or more than those 7 days that you passed? So because of the market conditions, you managed to get the right signals for Apple and Tesla, or what is it exactly?
No, I think the signal. Any market, for example, I worked in stocks, but if you say, even if I work in Forex, I can complete within the same. Depending on the signal, I will not look for one particular currency only. I will just focus on 5, 7 currencies, and whichever currency will give me the most best signal, I will go for that, and I can complete. I think well before the time I can complete target into any currency, into any market. That doesn't matter. Important thing is signals. So where I can find the signal, we must focus on that particular stock, that particular currency. That is important. I think if signals are good, and I think as a trader, what I have seen from and what I can say from my experience, that every day you get a lot of opportunities. The important thing is when you can track them, when you can identify them, and at what time you just jump in. It is best approach if you jump in right at the beginning of a scenario instead of entering into the middle or into the later half of that trend. So for me, signal is most important, and then the timing is more important, that when you are going to jump in. If you jump in at the beginning, you can earn a lot of money well before time, well before other traders.
And then your stop loss is tighter, right? So
Yes,
the risk reward.
definitely. When you begin right from the beginning of the trend, your stop loss is tight. You have little opportunity to make a little loss, right? So that is why I think that is the most best. But at times, as a trader, you also know, we all always we all made losses. So loss is a part of the game. We must admit that. That is important. So instead of waiting for a loss to keep on running, the best approach. That is why I appreciate. your strategy, that you people just close down. Even if what I have seen, I really want to appreciate here, I just want to convey to the other people that the best thing is, sometimes I just, again, for the sake of understanding, I did not place the stop loss. And what I have seen, that whenever my trading, it was hitting 30% of my daily loss, it was closed automatically. So that is the most important thing. Otherwise, what happens, that if we somehow forget to place the stop loss, the trade keeps on going, and our loss, it keeps on growing. And ultimately, what happens, it results in blowing off our account. So that is a very positive thing with you people, that you people, even if someone has missed to place a stop loss, automatically the system closes that trade. That is the best thing, I think. Then we can become ready to place another trade.
Okay, yeah, that's really good to hear. Like I told you, some guys told us that they don't want this 30% rule, and actually, and I believe in this 30% rule exactly because the things that you mentioned. So I'm glad to hear that you also think in that way. Okay, Arshad, so good luck with everything, and
Thank you.
we will
Thank
talk.
you.
Thanks for the
Thank
call.
you.
Bye for now.
Nice talking you.
Yeah.
Nice chatting you. Thank you.
Bye.
Stay blessed. Thank you.